Welcome back, my delinquents. We have another Shy Lily clone story. Or do we? And I'm going to say that as a big underline here because this story has been reported on by a couple people, and I'm going to go over this more in a dot point way because there's a lot of text, there's a lot of reading, and it may be why I put it off. But it seems highly focused, or VTuber is trying to highly focus on the fact that someone made a comparison to them to Shy Lily, but in essence, this is a dispute of non-payment or stealing art, and I want to underline that a lot because the creator does try a lot to try and make it seem like they're accusing me of being a clone, which I don't really see this situation as that, and hopefully I will outline that as we go through it so you can kind of see what I mean. But in the general sense, this is a artist versus VTuber. An artist has made an accusation of art being stolen, and they tried to reach out to them and talk to them, and the person blocked them. And it turned into a huge back and forwards and a huge drama around on the 11th or 12th of November. And somehow some people have picked it up like it's a Shy Lily clone. And she didn't really help with this as she was retweeting things, making fun of the situation, saying it's just people jealous because she's a Shy Lily clone or whatever. And not making the best impression, I would say. But let's go over the information because I feel like there is a back and forth here where there isn't enough information. So I think it's better to look at what has been presented and make your own opinion than going off what I think, because it's not exactly black and white all around. But let's go through it. Okay, so we're going to start off with the first post here, and as they get longer, I'll do more dot points for you guys. I will try and link some of these to you if you want to go over them more. But Melisine made a post about the fact that a VTuber that commissioned them, or a person who commissioned them, because it comes up later that this VTuber claims it wasn't them, air quotes, and that they didn't pay them, and they stopped at the sketch phase, didn't pay for the sketch, and then the outfit she ended up having is very similar to the design she did. So let's get into it. Make a VTuber model, send the sketch, and never get paid. Now your stolen design is everywhere without credit, blocked and banned just for mentioning it looks a bit too much like Shy Lily, who was the inspiration all along. And this is something the VTuber doesn't seem to deny, that Shy Lily was their inspiration, so I don't understand. I don't understand when people take high inspo from something and then go, I can't believe you're saying I'm a clone of this. Bro, like you literally took inspiration from it. Like people say, I look like Judy Hopps. I didn't take inspo from her, but I see it. I definitely see it. I see it, but I don't know. Different folks, different strokes, I guess. But this is from the person where she was banned when she was trying to bring up the similarities, and Lena blocked them and banned them. Fina then later on claims that they didn't block and ban them. I don't know. It's a very he said, she said, but a lot of people start off on Melu's side and continue this way because the evidence isn't great, because the outfits do have some similarities, and also the fact that Fina doesn't exactly present themselves the best. But let's go into Fina's next post with their very long retort. I'm just going to say all their posts are hella long, and they do repeat themselves a lot. Highly there, this is a word for all VTubers that had ever went through this. And I find this weird. They have an accusation against them, but trying to make it sound like, oh, everyone has to go through this being accused of this stuff. No, most people don't. I'm gonna be honest. There is some drama, but most people don't go through lots of art dramas. There's like little misunderstandings you might, but no. An artist recently got banned in myself for harassing me for stealing Shy Lily's design. See, this is the part I don't like, is how she focused highly on this part, but it's also because of the non-payment thing. Unfortunately, something every VTuber has to go through, but they then claimed my design belonged to them and are getting quite a traction for it. They posted an overlap of sketch they made and made it very blurry to deceive people to make you think it's traced. This was brought to my attention, and normally I don't like getting into drama, posting about it, and this person has been in a drama before because they used AI art as their profile pics and some other things. So this is not their first rodeo. But I want to clear the air and show side-by-side design comparison, one that this person is not giving you. It's a very bad look on them as an artist to go after people claiming a design belongs to them just out of spite because of your success post on Twitter. Never let anyone get you down, okay? The artist accusing them didn't mention in a success post or anything like that. That connection, I can't quite see it, but I think they're saying because people were mad, they blew up because of a scandal of their AI art. So they could be coming from that direction. Here is a side-by-side breakdown of both designs, clear breakdown that you deserve, where you can clearly see if there's similarities other than both being a shark, which is not a concept that belongs to anyone. I wish no ill or hate towards this artist creator by making a false hate post out of pettiness and jealousy. Again, they have no reason to think it's pettiness or jealousy other than there's like, oh, it's false. It must be false. But this person actually thinks they stole their art, that it's not out of pettiness and jealousy. It is because the design is similar to, and the person that did commission them originally did scam them. The only main reason here is the person that used a different Discord, are they this VTuber or are they somewhere else? Isn't really the way to go, and I have to clear the air. I will also add their blurry overlay from their post in case this gets deleted on their end. I'm sorry for anyone else who has to go through this. I would say, like, there has some beginning, like, ideas in here with the hair and whatnot. Oh, bro. It's like, I don't know. I can't tell anymore. But I can't really say because, like, on the design thing, I think there's enough differences on these here. But I think the point is that they got a sketch, didn't continue, and then used the sketch to build onto this. So we're not really sure. The main discussion here is, did they have this sketch and use it and didn't pay for it? I honestly can't fully say because other than Fina is very defensive, but there is some more information because Mel goes into a video about it and about how Fina in this goes into saying, oh, there was no discussion of payment. There's no discussion of payment, even though Mel points out and outlines there was a discussion of payment. But I don't know why that defense really has to be made. This is a really weird story, honestly, back and forwards. But I do think their dress is, like, different enough. I wouldn't say they're similar. Like, that's a swimsuit, that's the outfit, but I don't know if she has another outfit there. I personally was not going to go tons into this story until other people started talking about it, because I was just like, I don't want to give clones more attention, but it's already out there, so what can you do? Unfortunately, you always get haters. You always have people looking down on you. You always have people hating you for your success and achievements. I pray you never let anything like this tear you down. This person posted lies based on jealousy. See, more of the same here. It's all jealousy and spite, and unfortunately part of the Twitter community is that everyone always believes everything without looking into it. God, this just makes me feel so sick, honestly. I hope this post reaches people who sent me hate on her behalf and saw her post. Being something else that people are defending, saying, oh yeah, but the body face proportions completely trace. The boobs have the same size. Is factual overlay of both designs. Very much both heads and feet. About payment, more context to those who wanted. The Discord account she claims that has committed does not belong to me. I never contacted this and never will. I don't think the payment, if she's claiming she didn't have anything to do with this commission, the payment is a non-point, but it does go into the other stuff that a payment was discussed. And even so, you still need permission to use someone's design. And all between this one and this really long one, Fina is also retweeting things that are hyping it up as a Shy Lily clone thing, and also things that are calling it stupid, and just bringing a lot of attention to this, as a lot of people point out. And honestly, I think this is where the tides are kind of turn against her a bit, is that she's looking a little clout chasey. That's why personally I didn't want to touch this, because it felt like such a Shy Lily clone drama for clout situation, where no matter what you reported on it, it was a lose-lose. But I would say that did not make her look great, and honestly, I don't think this would have been a bigger deal and they could have talked about it in private. She didn't keep bringing attention to it. After the initial one on this, oh, actually, this is the wrong way around. I want to do this one. So another person weighs in also, with all the Shy Lily clone VTubers always stealing designs and tracing artwork, this is the second time now that I have seen this happen. Being completely unoriginal is one thing, but let's pay your artists. They responded to the thread. It's clear to me that sketch was heavily referenced. Which seems to be the biggest thing, which is very hard to prove, was the sketch. Because she mentioned she gives out this prompt to lots and lots of artists. So did she use the unpaid work to build up this? This is very hard to prove because she would have to admit she owned that account. And then this goes into this post where she says it's still coming up. But my main thing is here, she says to make another post. It's been a day. It's November 11th. She makes another huge paragraph post after retweeting everything about this situation a day after. Like, of course it's still going on. It's been less than 24 hours, which I also don't think helps die down the situation. the same exact prompt. Okay, so this goes into the prompt thing that she sends this art. The artists who had a payment agreement all have been paid. If all people receive the exact same prompt, of course it will look somewhat similar, as all received the exact same references. Yeah, which I think is a thing here. If they all did the same prompt and you use all their reference work to build up your thing, technically, how do you know who did it is kind of a problem here with the work, especially if you paid them all through it. Yes, you own it, but who it created this design, it's kind of makes it a very messy situation. Melissa Nayasmao, who was contacted by someone who is not me. I have not seen their sketch before, and if I have, I'm sorry, it flew over my head. So now the story has slightly changed to, if I have seen it, I'm sorry. Which, it's hard to prove right now. Did she see it? Was it gifted to her? We don't know, because realistically, this is a he said, she said. Because I don't think anyone remembers all details of every art piece they see over the next 5 months. I'm sorry they feel like they are being wronged, but I saw DMs and there was no payment agreement for the sketch. Which Mel goes on in the next part in the video. I've debated asking them for sketch prices after all of this drama, but they have clearly stated it is not about the money. This commission was not done by me, however, it has received the same prompts as it was supposed to be a gift for me. Okay, so here she changes the tune to, it was a gift to her, most likely, or the person was trying to make a gift to her, which I don't know if she actually knows this or she's guessing. We can't know. But us received the same references, all made something similar based on those references because all received the same references for sketch. Does not mean that all of them are copying each other. No, but if you start sending those sketches from other people to them, it could turn into like a pool of incestual art where everything is kind of based on each other, so it's hard to know who's taking from what. She talks about adding the screenshots of artists, of their conversations. So that's just kind of goes over the points again, bringing up, oh, I look too much like Sky Lily. I was not the person who commissioned that, and that she's sad about the situation. And then she claims she'd never blocked Mel, and then is upset everyone believed them right away. Honestly, sometimes people just believe the most appealing story, as in the story that presents themselves well. And I'm gonna be honest, they haven't presented themselves super well through this situation, mainly just constantly doubling down in the rage of it and not really giving enough details per se. But I honestly couldn't tell you who's right, which story is correct, because it's a he said, she said, honestly, without proof. Multiple also see the same reference, it is bound to be similar. See, it's like same stuff. It doesn't make it any less reference from each other if she uses the sketch and didn't pay for it. There is no trace of inspiration taken. How many attachments I can make to one post, but I'll just post it in a video. Also mentioned by her that my design was only brought to her attention just now and that she hadn't seen the finish before. However, when looking through our mod chat, she was indeed in my server at the end of August. Have not seen it before if she was in there. I think they go through these dates later on. Sky Lily is inspiration a lot of VTubers, also one of my inspirations, but just because I have inspiration of it does not mean it's a copy, as all my artists made sure to go over the silhouette and clothing details to make sure there are no similarities. If anything, my silhouette looks more like Buddha. Honestly, like, I feel like a lot of people like say they take inspo from her and then say there's no similarities. If you took inspo, there's already similarities, and there is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having similarities to other people. It's just gonna happen. There's only a finite amount of ideas, but saying you have none doesn't quite make any sense. I'm sorry for all the people involved and all the people that have been hurt by the situation. I said I won't speak up anymore, but things are getting out of hand. Please don't always jump to conclusions when you see something on Twitter and never go and harass the other creator post is about. I always say don't harass anyone about these, but it's good to go over the information on this. Okay, so here's some information. Put the fin somewhere else. Just wish I knew earlier that my design was stolen and traced over. So this was in August. Body sketches, some payments. Honestly, this doesn't mean much to me without context. A lot of things are just like that, where, yeah, we got some payments here, but without context, it doesn't mean super much to us. Let's look at the proof the model is traced. Yeah, we don't need sound. honestly not even close for me, but like, what do you guys think? 'Cause, like, I think there is some still similarities, but I don't think in actual like body proportions it's automatically similar. Next to like the shoulders, the face are very different. Like maybe the body. See, this is the problem when people make comparisons and there's multiple pieces or stuff like that, is like they just pick the one that's easiest, and it's just like brain rot, realistically. Is where you're just like, is my eyes playing up on me? I don't know. I feel like this is such a situation that could have been like discussed privately, but I guess seeing it was, they blocked each other, it's kind of difficult. But I really feel like there's a lot of repeating of information, especially from Fina's side. This could have been completely private, honestly, if they would have talked about it, but it seems like they didn't want to. See, they mentioned out their comments that someone could have commissioned it as a gift and then ran out on them. That could have been an easy solve to this too, if you would have allowed that. She did mention she jumped straight to the defensive and attacking, Fina did, and her further posts. Yeah, I can kind of see that if that was a situation, but it can be the most simple solution is the right solution. Someone who watches her streams took her prompts, went to do a commission, ran out on it. The end. And that could have been a situation here, but we won't ever really know. But I would say the way they portrayed themselves by like retweeting all the drama about it wasn't fantastic. Let me see if I can find it. Like anything that even made a joke or portrayed about it, they retweeted, which I don't think helps the situation. Like here, anything that put her to small Lola or Shy Lily, and I don't think that helps, because sometimes on the internet all you have is face value, and like a lot of people are just gonna judge on that. So after she gave out the more information, she then goes into, I'm sorry I couldn't go into more detail, but this last acted rashly and snapped back at their attack, not choosing my words well and taking my time to lay out proof. My journey this far in 6K went to go drinking something, and as soon as I got home I was met with this. I wasn't in the right mindset. Just calm down and be like, I can prove this, stay calm. And honestly, I couldn't stay calm and bawled my eyes out the entire night. Didn't sleep, panic, stayed awake until 4 p.m. the next day. I know I shouldn't let things get to me like this, but I'm only human, and at the end of the day, words do hurt. Hope this blows over soon, and please don't send any hate over their way either. No one deserves hate. I would say that like the situation here could have been resolved most likely by cooler heads. And I don't know, like, not taking everything so seriously, because if you approach it a bit calmer, it's a lot easier to solve, but also just perpetrating the drama by, like, retweeting and engaging in it doesn't really help at all. But then this goes into, they make a post, TML ASMR also makes a video of it going over more of it. We'll just watch what they put as the key ones, which is around 3 minutes. And we'll leave it at that. I'll say what I think mainly of the situation.
So as soon as I woke up and saw the message, I responded as soon as I could. And basically, the you person said that they have evidence and they can show me and basically prove I'm wrong. So I asked for a video recording of the messages between the original sketch artist and this you person. This is gonna look a little bit jumbled, but basically, here are the claims that you is making. 1, the sketch is free and I have no price for it. That is incorrect. I stated the price, what's usual my price, and what price it would be in this screenshot. You did not clarify the sketch payment, and you said you're uncomfortable because of our sketch revision. I did clarify sketch payment multiple times. 3, cannot credit when it is not your design. Your before changes is yours. After changes to imitate Finia shape mean. I posted a screenshot on June 17th of the edit I made after the person had asked me for changes. Finia had not come out at this time. I have no way of copying her if she had not posted at all at that time. After the communication with the U commissioner ended, since there wasn't any more evidence to show, and they had deleted the only thing that could clear any of our names. Which, by the way, the screenshot and the collage that Finia showed on her profile is literally word for word what you sent me, but just screenshotted and sent to another artist. After the communication with
I have to say that is the sussest part, and a lot of people did point out that
the U commissioner ended, since there wasn't any more evidence to show to back up their claim that they didn't send the reference to someone else.
And that seems to be like the most important part of that video, and I will link it below in there. And I think that does like make the situation more suspect, honestly. But again, it's hard to prove here. Accounts have been deleted, things have been done. It's kind of a pain here. I would say Finia made themselves look very bad, and there's a lot of evidence against them. I don't think it's as black and white as they're portraying it, that they were just unjustly accused and everyone unjustly kind of just blatantly agreed with it or whatever. There is some actual proof in here. It's a bit of a shady situation, and the way they talk about it and portray it like they're just a victim, and then try and twist it like they are being accused of being a Shy Lily clone and not the actual problem that she has stolen art or sketches from people, is a little bit shady too. But honestly, I would put this down to, this is a fucking shady situation, and you're not really gonna get a straight answer, in my opinion. But all you can really do is look at the situation and gauge for yourself. But I would say they're misinterpreting, or at least misrepresenting, what the artist is accusing them of isn't a good look. But that's all I can say about it. And honestly, I feel like this should have been done privately. They probably should have both talked to each other. But this is what happens when you just block people when they're complaining, that you're gonna get a call out most likely. This is kind of just a he said, she said, and they should resolve it privately, honestly. And people made themselves look worse in this situation than others. But what do you guys think? What do you think of this situation? I think it's a very, like, iffy situation back and forwards here. I don't see all the similarities in the art, but I do think Finia seems kind of shady in this situation. So I'm not 100% sure. I can't give a verdict. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. See you next time, my doll.